Hey, what's up guys, it's Ben Bonk, and welcome back to the second Slimekeep devlog. So the first thing I want to address is I need to thank you guys for all the support that we've gotten on our videos recently. It's kind of crazy to think that just a few days ago, I was sitting at around 200, 300 subscribers, and recently, we blew up and we're already over at 1,300 subscribers at the time of this recording, which is insane. So I want to thank you guys for all the support on the Slimekeep devlog so far. It's been crazy, and I never actually thought I'd, get this kind of big. So to thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers, I am actually going to be making a game with a bunch of your guys' suggestions. So if you want to join the Discord server, that's what I'll be asking. So yeah, we already have a ton of members in the Discord. Thanks for everyone who joined. It's been a pretty active community. And so yeah, if you want to be part of the 1,000 subscriber special, have a chance to enter, you can join the Discord and I'll keep you guys notified there. And the absolute final thing I want to address is I need to thank you guys for all the suggestions I've got. I've gotten a ton of suggestions, not only in Discord and in YouTube, for some really great ideas for the game. So I'll be going through a lot of those ideas now in this video. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for all these suggestions. Just to know that I'm aware of a lot of them and I have written them down because I actually switched from Google Docs to Trello because I've gotten many comments to switch to Trello. And I eventually just decided I would. And so yeah, please know I probably am aware of a lot of things that you are suggesting, but yeah, that's pretty much it, and let's just get into the devlog. So the first thing I want to talk about is where I'm going to be taking this game. See, originally in the Game Jam version, this game was kind of like an arcade survival game, but after asking a lot of the community and it's been my general opinion, I think I'm actually going to be making a pretty massive switch to the game, kind of turning into a roguelike. And I could have done level based, but honestly, I've never made a roguelike. I think it'd be a fun experience and just add a lot of replay of value to the game. So the first thing I actually ended up doing in this devlog was something I probably didn't really need to do at all, but I just thought of it in the moment. So I made some bullet trails for my bullets, and so now my bullets just look a little nicer in my opinion. And they actually have, a bullet trail, which you can actually see where they travel. A great suggestion that I got from the community was an idea where I could kind of grow and keep a slime, and you could kind of, grow the slime, and the more that you kind of kill other enemy slimes with them, the more that he'll actually, do more damage, and will also slow the player. And I thought this would really make my game stand out a lot, and it really goes with the theme of slime keep and keep it alive, kind of like in another perspective. So I set up this fence area, planning to have it where my slime can be there at some point. It's still gonna be messed up with random generation and all that kind of stuff, but I kind of just set the foundation for that. Well, I didn't actually implement it in this video, but yeah, I just set the foundation for that. Another suggestion, which is probably the most suggested thing, was to have it that my bigger enemies pretty much would be slower or take more bullets damage. So I implemented that, and I pretty much made it where the bigger the slimes grow, once you grow this certain stage, they will move a little slower, and they will actually take more than one hit to kill, so it's kind of like a more risk-reward thing. However, I plan to balance this out, and probably in the next devlog after this, I'm going to do a whole entire devlog just solely dedicated to making different enemies, because I have so many different ideas for different enemies I can make. So yeah, I'm planning to have that as the basic slime enemy right now, but yeah, I'm definitely going to add in some more risk-reward stuff. Another thing I don't want to forget to add is I changed the old bullet reload system to just a flip of the gun, which I think looks much better and much more clean. There are also a few more small things that I edited in the game. One of these was being that the camera system, in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinions, that the camera system was really not the best, and it didn't really make that much sense how I could swap cameras, and so although I totally had to rework it just to get it working, I ended up totally removing the camera swapping system because it just seems kind of unnecessary, and pretty much everyone would just go to the biggest camera and there wasn't really a point to it. So I just ended up getting remove that, and I mean, I think the game is much better as of removing it. Since this was going to be a roguelike, one thing I knew I needed to work on was going to be a shop. So I instantly started kind of working on this shop system, which, I made some art, and I'm not the happiest with the art. I think the shopkeeper isn't my absolute favorite, but it's probably just going to be temporary for now. But I started working on this shop system. After a little bit of work, I kind of had this basic shop system that still wasn't working, but my player could walk up, interact with the shopkeeper, and 3 random upgrades would pop up. And I started working on some different upgrades, like I made an extra heart system, a extra dash, or a faster dash, I guess you could say, and a movement speed increase, just as some basic upgrades for now. And as much as I hate to say this, I spent pretty much literally 2 days on this shop, and I just couldn't get it working. I mean, at one point I'd either get it working, but the bits wouldn't show up on the UI, how much it would cost, so I was going with a random amount of bits, how much they would cost, and it was just such a pain. I mean, I had so many Unity errors, like one time I'd just restart my Unity and it'd work, I restart it again and it just stops working. It was just a complete mess, and I just had to take a break from the shop and just leave it there because I wasn't making any progress for pretty much like 2 days while working on it, and I was just getting super sick of working on it and just so all the glitches related with it. So I took a break and I ended up working on drawing some weapons because another major suggestion that I got was to make much more weapons, and I totally agree, since this is going to be a roguelike, it does need many more weapons. So I hopped into Aseprite and I just kept on drawing a ton of weapons, from a revolver to a shotgun to a sniper. I just drew a ton of weapons, and I got a lot of inspiration from games like Enter the Gungeon, and so yeah, I'm really happy with a lot of those, how those worked out. Now the easy part was actually drawing guns, and the hard part was actually importing the guns, which took a ton of time, many hours were put into this, but I'm really happy with how a lot of the guns turned out, and so I'll showcase those right now. So the first weapon, as you can see, is we have our starter pistol. We have 69 maximum bullets, and we have 9 bullets in our inventory. It's a pretty standard weapon, you know, you can shoot it around. Nothing amazing, just probably do just a small amount of damage, you know. Nothing crazy, just a simple pistol that you can shoot things around with. And also, please note, none of these numbers in this video are exactly, you know, final. They're just test numbers for now, and I just made them default, and I'm totally gonna change them probably in the future. Now the next weapon that we do have is what I like to call the double pistol. It's pretty standard, it's just two pistols facing left and right. They can shoot in both directions, and for each shot it takes up 2 bullets. There's 18 bullets in your magazine, and it's pretty simple, you know, just shoot behind and in front of you, and it's basically just a pistol with 2 of them. The next weapon on our list is what I like to call the F gun. It's pretty much just an F. I thought it'd be kind of funny to make this. It's also very similar to the double pistol and the regular pistol. It fires the same kind of bullets, and it's literally just an F. It just fires 2 bullets, and it does the same amount of max bullets as the double pistol and the same amount of bullets that you can carry in each magazine. Next up, we do have this kind of revolver. It's pretty basic. It's kind of similar to the pistol, but it has 6 bullets in each magazine, 32 max bullets, and I'm planning to have it just kind of like the pistol, but it does a little bit more damage and a longer reload time. Now I didn't want to have every single gun just be kind of like the same and fire the same kind of pistol, so I kind of just switched it up with a rocket launcher, and pretty much this stores 2 rockets with 16 max rockets, and it fires a really slow rocket. And these rockets will actually explode, and the explosions will actually damage the enemies around them. I think this is a pretty cool mechanic, so you can kill enemies if they're in massive hordes. And it's kind of similar to like the Void system, which I ended up removing. But it's pretty cool because you can just, you know, camp enemies and just shoot them, and it'll just kill all of them in a group. We also have a shotgun which stores 2 shells, only 12 bullets. I might include that later, but it fires a row of 3 bullets that probably do a ton of damage up close. I'm probably going to make them so they don't really last too long, so you have to get really up close and personal for them to do the maximum amount of damage. It's a pretty cool effect, and yeah, it just fires 3 bullets, but you gotta reload every 2 shots. I wanted to make sure I could have multiple explosion kind of guns, so I made another kind of gun, which I like to call the Shooty. I don't know why I named it that, but it pretty much, whenever you fire it, it fires 1 bullet, but it kind of turns into 2 bullets, and once these bullets collide with something, they'll also have a small explosion which will damage enemies, kind of like the rocket. You thought that was all the weapons? No, we still have more. So here we have a sniper, which will fire a long range bullet. It's pretty fast, and it'll do a ton of damage from far away. It also only holds 1 bullet per shell, so you have to reload every single time you shoot. And you can't have any kind of shooting game without a really cool machine gun. So I created this machine gun, and you can actually hold down the mouse button, and it'll just fire a massive spray of shots. You have a ton of bullets in your magazines, and you can fire a ton of bullets at once. And last but not least, we do have the cannon. It'll fire a cannonball on shot, and you have 4 cannonballs before you have to reload. I think it's a pretty cool weapon, you know, just pretty simple, and it'll just fire a cannonball with pretty high damage. And then the absolute final two changes I want to add is that I changed my colliders from a box collider to tile map colliders, which make the game a lot easier to set up. And I switched my slimes back to the original slimes. You probably saw that, but I will make sure to add contrast later on. But I think the old slimes looked a lot better. So I hope you guys got through that. I know that was a ton of weapons, and they took absolutely ages to set up. But I still don't think I'm actually done. I think I want to add so many more weapons. I have so many cool ideas. So don't worry, I'm probably thinking of them like lasers, weapons I can go through things, you know, more kind of rockets, you know, all these different kind of guns that are really just cool, like kind of the guns in Enter the Gungeon, and all those unique weapons. I also just want to address that. Thank you guys for all the ideas, you know, I've probably seen a lot of them, so don't worry if you didn't mention your idea. I probably have it on the Trello board or just somewhere in my brain. Like, I know a lot of you guys, you know, want me to contrast the more colors. I didn't really have time to add that in the video, but just know that I have seen a lot of those comments, you know, contrasting colors, and I'm totally going to work on it in the future. Just didn't have time in this video, and there's so many other things I want to add, just small things. I just couldn't fit it all in just one video, or else it'd be super long. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Sorry if it was just mainly all the weapons. I have so many more fixes I want to make. Hopefully in the next video we can make an enemies based video where I can make a ton of different enemies, kind of like I made a ton of different weapons. Maybe a video after that we're going to work on random generation, all that kind of thing that makes a roguelike. So yeah, I mean, I thank you for all the suggestions. The next video will probably be the 1,000 subscriber special. So I thank you guys for all the support recently. It's been absolutely insane. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.